Hey everybody, welcome to Mammoth Interactive's YouTube channel. First of all, I want to thank you for watching this video. And remember that this channel doesn't do Patreon. Instead, we sell our digital courses down below. And every single dollar that we get from the products you buy below goes into making more content. The best way to help out this channel and Mammoth Interactive is to subscribe to Mammoth Interactive's huge library of content. Get thousands of hours and hundreds of courses for a low price down below. We have a monthly option and a yearly option. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the art asset making process of our Double Dragoon game. We're just going to start off by changing some of the preferences on our Photoshop here so that it's best optimized for making low pixel quality type of images. We're just going to go into Photoshop up top. We're going to go to settings or preferences right here. We're going to go general, and under general we're going to make the image interpolation to nearest neighbor right here. I've already changed it before because I've been working on multiple low pixel type games or game assets. And another thing to make things or make life easier for us, we're going to go to grids, guides, grid, and slices. We're going to change the grid size to exactly 1 pixel, so every single pixel you see will be perfectly 1 square. And that's pretty much it. I just click OK, and then to open up the new file, we're just going to go into new, and as you can see right here, my settings are set to 50 by 50 pixels. All you have to do is just change that, or you can change it in and save your presets. So every time you're making a 50 by 50 size pixel image, you can just select that custom preset, as I have right here, custom type, and every time you open up your new file, you'll get this option to select from. And all you have to do now is just simply go ahead and rename this as Double Dragoon Tutorial, and click OK. And as you can see, our canvas is created, and it is this tiny little shape right here. If we zoom in, you'll see that there is a 50 by 50 pixel size canvas size right here. And if you don't have your grids on, just simply go into view, and you should see show. Go to grids, turn that on. You can turn it off if you want. Sometimes if you want to check things out, and just click command on and the apostrophe right there. And that's pretty much it. You have your project set up, and we can start working on everything else. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that we've got our canvas set up, let's go ahead and create our assets. I'm going to create a new folder. Let's call this the background folder, and I'm going to create a new subfolder underneath it. Let's just grab this new folder, drag it and drop it into the background folder. I'm going to rename this as the street, and also create a new layer for it. Just simply click on that little icon right here. We're going to turn off the background right here. We don't really need to use it right now. I'm going to select a nice dark gray type of color to use as our street sort of color right here. And just going to click on function, shift F5, enter, and we will get this sort of image right here. Next up, create another layer, and I'm just going to go ahead and select a sort of yellowish color to use as our street lines, our dividing lines. Also, I'm gonna grab our sort of ruler markers right here, so we can mark out the center areas of our canvas. It's quite simple. Just click on the side rulers and drag out. Same with the top, and we're just gonna snap it to the center of everything. If you don't have your ruler view turned on, just simply go to view right here, and you can just go to rulers and click on that. If you want to turn it off, you can just click on that as well, or you can click the hotkeys right here. It's Command R on the Mac. Just simply turn on or off the ruler option right there. And there you go. We have our sort of separations right here. Next up, let's go ahead and just draw out a mark for our line. I'm gonna go for like a 4 grid or 4 pixels by whatever amount is over here. Gonna hold on to shift, just drag this side as well, do the same sort of proportions of it, and we get two sort of selections right here. Just gonna click on function, shift F5. It should fill in the sections with yellow, and there you go. Now I want to slightly kind of adjust this to like make the lines slightly slanted, so it doesn't make it look like our floor is completely flat, and it has this sort of a 3D quality on it instead. So I'm just gonna slightly adjust this. I'm gonna go into edit, transform, and use perspective. Just gonna slightly drag this a little. Let's go like this far. Click enter, and we should get like this side slanted effect on it. Just gonna also hold on to command. We're just gonna drag the section here over. Click you don't have to click enter. You can just click off the side and deselect. As you can see right here, we have sort of this pattern right here. If we were to say offset this sort of street right here for later on when we're stitching it together to make like this infinite street, we got to make sure that the patterns are matching. If you look at the sort of missing squares right here, it's actually quite perfect. You can test it out just in case by going to filter and offsetting it on the horizontal side right here. As you can see, it just goes infinitely straight line right there, and there isn't really any issues right there. So I'm gonna cancel this. Let us stick to like this. It has the sort of base looking street floor sort of texture right here, and we can just use this for our street. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that we've gotten our street completed, let's go ahead and create the other assets. I was thinking of making the sidewalk for our game. So let's just go ahead and create a new folder. I'm going to call this the sidewalk. And let's click on the new layer. Let's turn off our street right here, our street folder. Just going to turn that off. Let's go back to the layer. I'm going to select a nice light gray sort of color for our sidewalk cement color. Let's go function, shift F5, and just fill that section out. With that done, let's go ahead and select the slightly darker gray so we can sort of paint in the cracks of our sidewalk, or the panels on the ground with the patterns. Let's go ahead and sort of design a sort of simple, I guess, square, actually more rectangular type of sidewalk steps on the ground right here. Now, because our canvas is set to 50 by 50, I'm going to make it so that it is sort of pixel perfect. I'm going to count up, I guess, 5 pixels here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 6th, I'm going to paint this line right here. Let's grab this line, pin it over, and I am going to just draw a nice perfect line, like without any deviations. Let's grab from here to over here, and from here we're going to click from like this pixel up to the corner right here. As you can see, there are no sort of double pixels right here, and it's a perfect straight line all the way there. Now I can basically just take this image here, this line, and just copy and paste it basically. So Command A, copy and paste. It's Command C, Command V to paste. And we just simply hold down the command, grab this over, and just paste it right about here. And we get like this perfect, well, from corner to corner sort of measurement right here. Now I'm going to take these two layers, we're going to right click, merge them together, and we are going to do the same thing, copy and, well, select all, Command A, copy and paste, and we are just going to go ahead, put them together, I guess like it's over here, so about here. See, plug it in right there. And then I am going to paste again, just drag this over to this side. So we get a perfect line all the way through these two sides right here. Let's grab these layers, merge them together, merge layers. And I don't know if it's the lines out here have been cropped or not. Let's just go filter, other, I'm going to use offset, And yeah, it didn't get cropped, so I'm just gonna do a simple fix. Let's go Command A, copy and paste. We're just gonna place it back in the same place. I'm gonna delete the old layer right here. Now, if you were to move this, yeah, it just cuts off right there. We're gonna undo that. Go into filter. Let's test out how it looks when it's been offsetted. As you can see, all the lines aren't broken. I believe, yeah, there's no broken lines. Everything is just perfect. So if we're like streaming through an endless sort of loop of like sidewalks, we have this right here, this very simple looking steps. Just gonna cancel our offset, leave it to what it was before. I'm gonna erase this section right here. Let's go marquee and just select these few pixels. We're gonna delete that. And we are going to add in a few other shades of grays right here to sort of simulate a sort of curb over here. Let's go ahead and use a darker gray. I'm gonna select like, I guess 2 layers, maybe 3. 2 layers is pretty good. Go function shift F5, fill that section out, and let's grab the rest down here. I am going to use a sort of gradient. We can use a gradient, or we can just manually paint it in. I think it's easier if we manually paint it in, because you have more control compared to like using the gradients. Well, there's also the controls there. Right? If you're used to it, it's easier. I feel like sometimes if you manually paint it, it's kind of easier to do compared to using the gradient map, or not gradient map, the gradient tool over here. Anyways, I'll just use a lighter gray, a slightly lighter gray. I'm gonna grab this section here and just fill it in. Function shift F5, and I guess we can go down here, maybe a little bit more brighter. Function shift F5 sort of simulates this sort of I guess the gutter or the curb on the side. I think we should maybe slightly fix this bit right here, or we can actually just blur these guys together. I'm gonna grab all these guys, this entire layer. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Let's blur it slightly, not that much, something like this, slight blur, and it just kind of mixes everything together. As you can see, click off, and there you go. We have like this nice darker area here, and it just slowly kind of, comes downwards over here as our curb. And yeah, that's pretty much it for our sidewalk. We can use this, and it should loop infinitely if you, stitch them together in your game. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that we've gotten our sidewalk completed, I was thinking of sort of capping off our background with some additional sort of background scenes here, such as buildings or a fence. I'm just gonna go ahead and create a new folder, and I'm going to call it, let's call this the fence folder, or just fence. And let's go ahead and turn off our sidewalk. I'm going to create a new layer underneath our fence here, and I got brown color selected. I'll go for a nice sort of wooden fence like structure, and I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe grab to about like this height. Don't want it to be like too tall or so. And let's go function shift F5, and this is just like a simple 4 by whatever pixel it is over here, sort of plank right here. Can add some little top right here. Just gonna function shift F5, fill that in, and we can just simply go ahead, copy paste, and just pattern this out. I'm just gonna go ahead and go Command A, copy and paste, and as you can see right here, we have an additional piece right here. I'm gonna copy and paste, or just paste again, and there you go. We have 3 planks completed. We can go ahead and keep pasting it, or we can just simply do a quick merge. We just select all these 3 layers right here, right click, and merge layers. And all we have to do now is just simply go Command A, copy and paste. And this time we have 3 additional planks that can help us cover more ground. Just gonna go ahead and keep pasting until we've hit the end right here. And notice how this piece, this last plank, is sort of sitting on the very side of our canvas. Don't worry about it. This actually helps us with our basic basically an infinite sort of endless loop of our fences here, if we want to set it as a sort of endless background fence right here, because we have one space right here, and each plank, well, in between each plank there is an additional fence. So if we were to offset this, it'll look perfectly well, perfectly perfect, I'd say. Anyways, let's go ahead and just merge all these layers together so we get one singular layer. You don't actually have to, but I'm just doing it out of habit. Next up, we're gonna sort of connect all our planks together with I guess we can go slightly darker brown right here. It doesn't have to be darker, it could be a little bit lighter. Just bundling it a few sort of planks right here. Let's go 4 pixels height right here. You can go even larger if you want. Function Shift F5, and that kind of blends into the fences here, so I guess we could go a little darker. I'm just gonna go ahead and select these guys right here. Function Shift F5, paste it, and there you go. Now we can do the same thing, copy, paste, and just add some more planks down here. Actually, I feel like we could probably make this a little bit larger, not too big, something like this. Click enter, select all, copy, paste, grab it downwards. Let's see, make a perfect pattern. It's like 0.4 right there. Paste it again, drag this to the bottom, and there you go. Seems pretty good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and merge all these guys together. Let's see, merge layers, and seems slightly odd here. It's like a bunch of popsicle sticks, where you bend them together, you get this sort of mesh. I feel like I might have added a little bit too many planks in the center here. We can probably delete these guys instead. And I guess we should put these planks behind these ones instead. Yeah, it looks a lot better compared to before. And yeah, we can just take these fences or these pieces and just throw them into our background. We can endlessly link them together to create this infinite chain of links. And yeah, that's quite simple to do. Simple fence adds on to our background. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now that we've gotten our wooden fence here completed, I sort of changed the name to wooden fence because I kind of wanted to make a chain link fence just in case too if we wanted to use it. Let's go ahead and just create a new folder. I'm going to call this the chain fence. And we're going to just turn off the visibility of our wooden fence. I'm going to create a new layer here. I'm going to select a nice gray color. Now, because our canvas size is 50 by 50 pixels, basically like tiny squares, we're going to be making sort of more specific calculations, I'd say. So if you were to just randomly draw somewhere a line or something, and you want things to be in a sort of infinite loop, things might get messy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sort of count about like 10 pixels or so, then draw sort of a line here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna draw downwards to about like here. Slightly not perfect straight line. Gonna make it straight so things aren't messed up. And I am just gonna go ahead and draw from this corner to about like this corner right here. You can take this line and sort of copy and paste it over to this side right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy, select all, copy and paste, and we're just going to sort of place it right here. So we can measure it out using the marquee tool. Right here, if you sort of measure from here to here, it's with 0.35. We do the same thing from that point to this point. Slightly off by a little bit right there. It's like 0.4 or something. So I kind of moved it a little bit too much. Let's move it like here. Check this distance, 0.35 right here. And I'm just gonna paste this again. Let's move this over. Say about like here or so. Let's see how far it is. 0.35 width. Pretty good. Paste it again. Let's move this to the side. And just 1 pixel off right there. Check it out. 0.35. Perfect. This one should be 0.35 as well. And there you go. We have sort of our lines that we need. Just gonna combine all these guys together. Just merge layers right here. And I'm going to go Command A, select all, Command C, copy and paste. Let's go Command T to transform this. I'm gonna just hold on to Shift and rotate this guy right here. As you can see right now, there's like this weird, I guess, center pixel right there. It's because we're transforming. It sort of messes with the pixel quality right here. Well, since we're sort of, we're in the basic pixel sort of view right here, it's gonna slightly well, distort, I'd say. We just click on enter and it should just shift it back over there and set it to what it should look like. And there you go. We have our sort of lines right here. I'm just going to copy and paste, or not copy and paste. We're going to merge these two layers together so we get a complete piece right here. Then we go ahead and copy, well, select all, copy and paste this. Command T, same thing. Hold on to Shift and just rotate this like so. And there you go. We have a simple looking fence, chain link fence type of pattern right here, and we can just stitch them all together and it'll look perfectly nice. I'm also going to maybe slightly erase this section up here. Let's maybe merge these guys together first. Let's merge them together, and actually no, I'm not going to erase it. In case you want to, stitch them together and make it smaller and smaller, you don't want like these huge holes, well, this size right, like here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We can maybe add in some additional poles here. I can put in like a background, sort of layer right here. I'm going to use like a darker layer right here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use the marquee still. I'm gonna draw from center, maybe a little bit larger we could. I'm gonna go function, Shift F5, fill that section out, Command T, let's maybe make this a little wider, and there you go. Seems pretty good. Now maybe add on some additional shades here. Just gonna go and I guess grab 2 pixels in length over here, not length, width. Function, Shift F5, fill that section out. Maybe make it a little brighter. And I'm just gonna go ahead, grab this whole beam right here, the pole. I'm gonna go ahead and go in filter. Let's go like blur or something, Gaussian blur. There's just a slight blur on it. 0.5 seems. Yeah, I guess 0.5, 0.3, something like that. There's a slight blur on it, and you can kind of tell that it looks a lot nicer. Looks like a pole. If you turn off the fence, there you go. Yeah, there you go. We can just take this, stitch it together, sort of create this fence sort of feeling to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for our background chain link fence. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Actually, before that, in case you want to export, like, just the basic sort of chain fence right there, we don't have to turn on the pole when we're exporting. We just export this piece, and you can stitch more pieces together to make the fences larger, and then add in this this fence with the pole here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, now that we've gotten our fences pretty much completed, we're going to add some additional little details to sort of the background, if you will, because our fences, as you can see, are transparent. You can see through these holes or these little gaps in the sort of wooden areas here. It actually looks pretty nice. But yeah, there you go. There's like these little holes, these little gaps, and it's going to be hard to sort of see things. Well, not hard. You're gonna be able to see things, and it's not really good having just like this empty background. So we can add in maybe this tiny little, I guess, cityscape or something in the background. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just make a new folder. We're gonna call this the, I guess, background or just cityscape. I guess cityscape. Or cityscape. Is it one word or two words? Anyways, whatever. I think it should be one word. Anyways, let's go ahead and create a new layer here. We can just make this a sort of darkened background. Or you know what? We can use some slight color in the background. Let's go for like a navy blue, dark navy blue right here. And I'm just gonna sort of draw out the silhouettes of the buildings. It's gonna be quite simple. Just, grab a few rectangles here and there. And let's go function shift F5. We can draw out a few pieces here and there. That'd be perfect. In fact, you know what? I can just go Command A, copy and paste. Just paste a bunch of these pieces. I'm gonna make it so that there's at least a little gap right here. Just keep pasting them, and we can sort of sculpt them later on. Just shape them up, and let's see if this is gonna fit perfectly. It's quite good. I'm gonna grab all these guys together, and I'm just gonna go ahead, merge these layers, and we can start, sort of deleting things here and there. I'm gonna use a bigger sort of erase brush. To do that, if you want to, use the hotkey to change your brush size, just click on the bracket keys on your keyboard, and you can just simply, delete or not delete. You can change your brush sizes on the fly. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead, cut away some of these sort of structures right here. It just doesn't have to be perfect. Art isn't really perfect. There's a bunch of sort of little mistakes here and there. That just makes things look a little bit more detailed than everything else. And let's go something like this. Actually, this one looks kind of terrible. I feel like we should make it a little bit more symmetrical in some parts. Not everything's symmetrical, but just slightly symmetrical in certain parts, like so. And there you go. We have a tiny little tower right here. And I'm going to make like a triangle building here, or a rounded building. We could add in some additional points, I guess, windows, make like bright yellow colors here and there. Yeah, there you go. We have sort of this building scape right here. I'm going to go ahead and add in a new layer, and we can just go for like a nice bright yellow sort of color. Just paint these sections in. We can go like a few designs here and there. I guess a larger brush for this would be pretty good too. You can just, go like this, dab it here and there, create like these windows, nightlife sort of windows here and there, and just add a little glow to these guys. Let's go like so. Seems pretty good. Yeah, there you go. We have sort of this background right here. Like I said, if you want to add a glow, we can try to sort of mimic a glow. Just going to slightly duplicate this piece right here. I'm going to place it behind that layer. And we're going to use the filter, blur. Where are you? Blur, Gaussian blur, a slight blur, as you can see. Maybe 0.2, 0.3, something like this. We can even change up the colors, make it like less yellow, more white instead. But we kind of have to do that before we blur it, or it's going to, it's going to be harder to change that. Actually, no, you could still blur it. I'm just going to redo the the blur right there. And let's go ahead, select the hue saturation. Just going to connect it to that one blurred layer right there. Slightly change things up. We can make things brighter right here by using the adjustment layer. And saturation, it's not really going to affect it because it's already been blurred. It's like pretty much transparent right here. Yeah, there you go. A slight brightness is added to the glow over here. And we can just use this as our background, sort of those background cityscapes, and an additional sort of, I guess, dark space in the background, like just space to sort of fill up the background. We can just use a flat sort of layer of, I guess, black or dark gray. Let's go function, Shift F5, fill that out, check it out. It's a little too dark. Let's go maybe a slightly lighter gray, lighter shade of gray right there. Something like this seems pretty good. And we can just basically take these buildings, stitch them together, make this infinite loop of I guess, buildings in the background. Can't really see it. Well, you can see it through the gaps of your fences, but because you have fences in the way, it might block out some of the things. So it kind of meshes everything together, makes it look nice. And yeah, there you go. We have our background here that we can use. And that's pretty much it for all your background pieces. We can start building other things later on. But in case if you want to, build other things, maybe you saw something, I guess, street lights or stuff like that, maybe closer buildings, you can do that. But for now, we're just going to use these few assets to we're just going to be using these few assets in our game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this course. If you want to watch the rest of the course, the link is down below. Not only will you get the access to this course, but you'll get access to a lot of other courses in a huge bundle, and it's on sale today. So buy it before the sale ends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.